friends. This is Heather, the Starlight Priestess, and today we're back with another pick a card reading. The focus today is going to be the outcome of a particular situation. So if you have a particular situation in mind, or if you're going through something, if you're dealing with people, friends, relationships, if you're having something going on at work or just life in general, focus on that and then take a look at each of our cards. I pulled 3 cards, put them into our piles, and I turned them over so you're just going to be focusing on the energy of the cards themselves instead of the picture. I did put crystals with them though. So for pile 1, we have citrine. For pile 2, we have aventurine. And for pile 3, we have pyrite. I'm going to take a close-up of the images and the crystals, and I will put them up so you can focus more clearly on them, especially if you're on a small screen. And then you can go ahead and look below for the timestamps, and I will see you in the individual pile readings. Hello, pile 1. Let's see the outcome of a particular situation for you. Okay, you chose the card with the citrine. So we'll go ahead and place our crystal right there for now. And let's see what card we have. Okay, contemplation. Okay, what I'm getting for this card right away is transformation. You're going through a transformation, and this is you have the 3 lions here, very Leo energy. So if you didn't see, I just had a reading I posted a few days ago. It was 7 days, 7 weeks, 7 months, and it had a lot of Leo energy and lions in it. And so it's this, I'm getting this very kind of take charge energy, this very let's go, let's do this, more of like a masculine active energy, but still very feminine. You're within your feminine space, so you're in touch with your emotions, and you've gone through some shit recently, and you are feeling more confident in yourself, more self-assured, more aligned. And I kind of see this with these flowers over here. It's a path that's more heart-centered, and you're in tune with your intuition. And it seems like you're even more aligned with your manifestations, what you're wanting to manifest for yourself. So right off the bat, it feels like the outcome of your situation is going to be positive, and maybe you're feeling stuck or you're in a place where you're not seeing movement, but movement is coming very soon. Let's see what else we pull in the cards, but that first card is beautiful and feels very aligned. Okay, this deck is calling to me. So what is the outcome for pile 1? Okay, outcome for pile 1. Ancestors. Oh wow, I haven't pulled that card in a long time. It's crazy. I've had these decks for so long, and a lot of times I end up just pulling the same cards, even though I've shuffled them and thought, you know what, that card wants to come out. Okay. Ancestors, rebirth. It feels like you're healing generational karma. I mean, the karma card hasn't come out, and there is a karma card in this deck, and that's not coming, that hasn't come out. But we have this ancestors, and in the karma card, there is a snake, and it has the same coloring with the red and the yellow. And it feels like you're healing, you're currently healing, or you have been healing a lot of generational karma. And look at this, we have the rebirth, we have the new moon and promise. It's like new beginnings. It's like you've finished this generational karma, you've cleared it, you've healed it, and now you're going on to a new beginning. And it's like the past energy has kind of all been, for you, has all been, sorry, I can't talk, has been all about generational karma and clearing that and healing the past for your ancestors. But now it's your time. It's all about you. It's all about what do you want. And we have, like I said, I saw the transformation. We have this new path that's very heart-centered and love-based and passion-based, which is your life path. And, you know, the life path can veer and change and alter. So you're not stuck in one foothold. It's all about, your life path is all about what you came here to do. And that life path can take you to many different places, on many different various journeys. So it's not a particular career, it's not a particular love, it's not anything specific. It could be healing. So, you know, maybe you came into this life to heal this generational karma. And now that it's healed, you can spread, you know, maybe you want to spread, your soul wants to spread information about how to heal generational karma or something like that. So don't take this life path as being, you know, a particular career or a particular way to live or a particular alignment, a particular path. It's all about what your soul is wanting to do. So it could take you in many different ways, but it's going to be heart-centered and soul-based, which means that you're going to follow your passions. You're going to follow what you love. And I just get this feeling, they're showing me that you have this deep connection and you have this power, this innate power to manifest quickly. So whatever comes to your mind, you are able to manifest it. And previously, you've had this generational karma kind of weighing you down. And it's also kind of, they're showing me it's had your mind wrapped and twisted with this karma. And so it basically, you know, it's interesting because the snake is weaving through hands, and what they're showing me is there's like something coiled around your brain and the way you think. And it's this karmic energy that has held your mind somewhat captive. And so you may have had all of your life low vibrational thoughts, like thoughts of self-deprecating thoughts, like you, good God, I'm sorry, my mouth is not quite awake yet. My mind is going, but my mouth is not awake. It's 4 a.m. So maybe you've had thoughts that you're not worthy, that you're not loved, that you don't have the qualities or the rights even to have a really good life, a beautiful life. And these are the generational kind of karmic thoughts that have wrapped around your brain or your emotions and kept you stuck. And now that that's being freed, now that that's been taken care of and healed, your thoughts can more deeply align to what you truly love and what you're truly passionate about. And you can see a beautiful future for yourself. You can see a beautiful place for you in the world of helping people and having a beautiful life and maybe a beautiful love and a beautiful career, or living someplace and just being at peace with nature, whatever aligns for you, that possibility is now opening up with this generational karma being cleared. Now, for some of you, you're not seeing this yet, but it's here. And my guides are saying, if you are not in this space, keep healing, keep clearing, because we have been triggered lately. There's been a lot of energy to help things be triggered. And right now, although this is a timeless reading, right now we're in a space where there's currently no retrogrades. And so things are moving very quickly. There's a lot of stuff coming to the forefront. And so there might be triggers that are happening, situations that are occurring, maybe even the situation that this reading is about is karmic and energetically a trigger to help you heal this karmic energy. Sorry, my throat. And with my throat being clogged kind of for a second there might be something that you need to say to someone. There might be something that you've been wanting to say or that needs to be said to someone to take care of this karmic situation. That could be part of it. Okay, a lot of times when I get messages during the reading, it's aligning with what I'm talking about. So the fact that my throat was all clogged, someone specific may need to share something or speak, or maybe part of your karmic ancestry is not speaking your mind, is not having a voice. And this is telling me that you might need to speak up and have your voice, find your voice, and tell people what you need, what you want. Maybe you're being treated poorly. Maybe your self-esteem, maybe it's a money situation and you have needs and those needs aren't being met, and all you need to do is speak up and share that those needs are not being met, and that will help clear this karma. Let's see what's next. But with this rebirth, it feels like you're becoming a new person. Okay, and my guides are telling me to jump back over this card for a second because we talked about the Leos. Take a look at, now I know a few things about astrology. I'm not good with it though. It's very, very in-depth and my brain just doesn't seem to process it right. But they are saying that if you have Leo in a placement in any of your charts, any of the houses in your chart, if there is Leo, take a look at that placement, because this situation could relate to that specific house, whether it's career or family or I can't remember what the other ones are. Anyway, but just look at where Leo is in any of your houses, and that could be the situation that you've inquired about. But let's go back to this. We'll hop back over to this rebirth card. And this rebirth is about becoming a new person. It's like you've shucked off this generational karma, and you can actually move into the place of the true you, who your soul is. So it's aligning with the person you're becoming. So you might see yourself having situations, people, places, things fall out of your life. And that is because you're shifting. It's almost like a shell, like you're shucking off the shell of a human that you were, and a new one's coming, kind of like a snake sheds its skin. And so a new person, a new you is emerging. And you have new opportunities coming your way. It's like a promise of a new beginning, a new. I know they're probably watching a sunset, but to me they're watching a sunrise, like a promise of a new day. Something new is coming. New opportunities, new beginnings, new chances. A lot of new things are coming. This is really neat. So when I first turned over this card, this yellow butterfly was the first thing I saw, and butterflies always represent transformation to me. You know, they go from in their cocoon to this beautiful butterfly, and you have this other yellow butterfly over here, and identical, two different card decks, and it's just more of that message of transformation. And I told you they're showing me you shucking off like this human shell kind of and coming out a new person. It's the exact same thing a butterfly goes through. You know, they go into a cocoon and they're a caterpillar and they emerge a beautiful butterfly. It's this change. And it's like you were this caterpillar and now you're becoming a butterfly, or you will soon. Okay, you know what? Okay, this deck is calling to me. So let's do another shuffle and see what else comes up. Okay, I'm just going to take 2 cards from this deck so we can have caution, secrecy, wary, and sacrifice. There's a truth that's coming to the surface. There's a truth that's been hidden. And it's like as you clear away this generational karma, this truth can't stay hidden any longer. And once this truth comes to light, once you see what this truth is, and this truth could be, you know, a family truth, maybe a family secret. It could be something that your coworkers have been keeping from you, or your boss. Maybe it's in a friendship or a relationship. Something has been hidden. And this doesn't have to be something they're hiding. Maybe it's a truth that's been within you that you haven't wanted to realize about yourself. Maybe it's a shadow aspect, an aspect of your personality, because we did talk about very low vibrational energies that have been kept because of your generational karma. So maybe you're seeing that you're holding this lower vibrational energy. And so you have to understand or figure out, is holding on to this way of thinking or this way of being, or maybe this place in your life or this job or friendship, is it worth sacrificing yourself for? Because it is a sacrifice to stay in that low vibrational energy, to stay where people are going to hurt you or talk behind your back, or, you know, maybe it's a poor living situation. Maybe it's a way of thinking about yourself. And we have these two really, the thing that really spoke to me was yellow in the solar plexus chakra. And so ways of thinking about ourselves, ways of seeing ourselves as unworthy or not good or not as beautiful of a person as we actually are. And so we have this chakra energy, the solar plexus chakra energy. Maybe that is what's coming, you know, the secret that we're holding down here. It's not necessarily a secret, but it's a way of seeing ourselves that is low vibrational, and we're hurting ourselves to continue seeing ourselves in that regard. We are so worthy of love and respect and beauty and amazing things in our life. We are deserving. And that comes from the universe. The universe tells us that. So maybe the thoughts, those limiting beliefs of ourselves that we aren't worthy, are keeping us in this low vibrational space, and we're you know, there are those worth making, there are those worth making, and there are those that will destroy. So staying in that low vibrational energy will destroy us. So secrets coming to light. Secrets that need to be removed from your energy field to go after this new beginning, to start this new beginning. They need to be released and let go. Okay. I am going to take this deck, but this card has wanted to stay on the bottom, stay on the table. So let's leave that where it's at. Okay. So this card is all about roots and bearing fruit. You get it. And they're showing me the root card there's also a root card in this deck. It's abundance, but they're saying ancestry. And it's like your ancestors and your roots. The roots have been planted. There has been some, although, or your ancestors are helping you plant your roots. Look at this. We have another lion. Look at that. Right there. Holy crap. Okay, let's take one more card. Very much that lion energy. Very much Leo energy. Okay. See if I can align these. It's never going to be perfect, but my OCD wants to make it perfect. Okay. So with this card, they're showing me like in this deck there is a root card that shows, I think it's roots of abundance or something like that, and I'm seeing the card in my mind, and they're saying ancestors. So it's like the roots are planted by your ancestors. They're giving you that. They're trying to help you plant these seeds to develop into these beautiful roots, and the roots are there, and they're waiting, but it's your opportunity to go forth and create this beautiful life, this tree that bears fruit for you, that provides you prosperity and abundance and a beautiful life. It is your birthright. That's what they're saying. They're saying that it is your birthright, and like you have all this pink, and it almost kind of looks like a road to me, right? At least right now, anyway. Every time I see it, it looks different. I see different things, but we had this pink road over here in our very first card. That's kind of a path of flowers that I talked about first of all. And they're showing me like you're walking down this pink path, just like in this image, down to this tree. And this tree has like everything you need. This is like a tree of love and abundance and prosperity. And it has everything you could ever imagine on it. And if you can visualize it, this tree can bear that fruit. And that's the space you're in, or at least that's the space you're walking to. But you have to let go of these energies that are holding you back, these lower vibrational energies that are keeping you stuck. This Waking the Lion card, just what I was saying in the first card, it's very Leo energy. It's very like you're a leader. You take charge, and that could be part of your life path, is to be that leader, to lead other people in some way or another, to be the star in whatever you're interested in. Maybe you have a passion for performing, and so you will be a star on stage. Or maybe you have a passion for doing readings like this, and you start your own YouTube channel and become a star with doing readings. Maybe you want to do medicine and you become a star doctor or a nurse. And it's because you have that passion, you hold that passion. That passion is meant to be shared and be seen. And following that passion is going to get you to that higher space of energy. Then we have higher view. The owl is very knowledgeable. The energy is very, very, very ancestral knowledge, but very spiritual, like you have very, very deep roots in the universe. Like you're an old soul and you know so much. You have so much history. You've lived so many different lives and you're bringing forth that knowledge. So you do have a very, very spiritual connection. You are very intuitive. You have beautiful spiritual gifts. And for some reason, for some of you, it might be Reiki. I'm feeling my hands tingling, and that's what they're showing me, is there could be some Reiki or some kind of energy healing where you use your hands. And that's coming through. So if you're, maybe some of you, your path is Reiki, and you're going to be a star person in the Reiki field. Let's see where we at on time. Okay, I want to go to about 30 and then I'll cut it off at 30. But you're emanating this energy. And once you are fully removed from this ancestral karma weighing you down, your physical body is actually emanating this energy field that just kind of attracts what you want to attract. It's this manifestation that I was talking about, this ability to visualize or think or feel what you want, and it just happens for you, which is really amazing. So that's what's coming out. This is your outcome, the outcome of whatever situation. So if you're currently dealing with the situation, it's ancestral based, it's karma based, and it just needs to be cleared out. I'm going to do, let's do one more. See if something still needs to be healed, guides. What is your guidance to heal it? What is your healing guidance to get rid of this? Any lingering ancestral karma? Okay, that feels like it wants to come up. See, where are we going to put this? We'll put it right over here. Child of the Cosmos, look at that. It goes perfectly right next to here. You are a child of the cosmos. Okay, so they're saying that if you are in a particular situation and it's that generational karma, you need to look inside of yourself because the answer is already there. Your soul already knows how to heal this and how to let go of this energy, but it's time to either meditate or find a quiet space so you can think. You have to be able to think and look inside of your mind and your spirit. If you can access your Akashic records, this is the time to do it. That's where you're going to find that information. Because for every one of you, it's going to be different because your ancestral karma is so drastically different. So find what's in your Akashic records. Or maybe you just innately know. But quieting your mind from outside, from external forces, is going to help you realize what that is. And it's going to be, it feels like this karma is related to the root chakra or the solar plexus chakra. So if you're seeing things, if the situation that we're talking about or other situations in your life relate to scarcity, lack, safety, personal safety, your worthiness, your self-esteem, then that's likely where the karma lies. And triggers, if you've been triggered lately, if you're reacting, that is where the energy needs to be cleared. So there's so many different healing methods. Me personally, I use Ho'oponopono or use violet light energy, music to help work through those emotions, feel the emotions. Breath work is fantastic to help you clear stuck energy. So whatever resonates with you, but it's going to be important to clear that energy because it is karmic and it needs to be let go of. You don't want to keep those low vibrational energies within you to help, or to, I don't want to say help, but to keep you in a space of sacrifice. Like you're sacrificing your future if you don't get rid of those energies. And it might take some time. This isn't like you have to do this right now. It's just, this is what's coming. Or maybe it's already here, or maybe you're right on the cusp. Maybe you just have a little bit of this karma left and it's ready to be released. Just keep going a little bit longer. Or maybe you're starting to see a little bit of change here and there. Maybe you have a final push. Maybe you've had a bunch of stuff come up recently. And what that is a final push. The universe is giving you a final push to clear it out before this rebirth, before this new beginning for you. And this is a perfect time to do that with the, nothing in retrograde, to get that final clearing out. But it's up to you. Okay. I am going to leave this here, pile one. I hope everything resonated with you. Please like this, hit that like button if it resonated with you. If you'd like to see more of my readings, please subscribe and get those notifications. If you'd like to let me know what's going on in your life and how this reading resonates, please leave that in the comments. I'd love to know, or even just send me a butterfly. Leave a butterfly if you don't know what to say. You can leave a butterfly because we talked about those butterflies, or a lion, since there were so many lions. But I'm sending you all love. I hope your situation turns out well, and I will see you back here for more future readings. Hello, pile two. You chose this card with the Aventurine. So let's see what you chose. Heighten your vitality. Okay. What I'm getting from this card is your history. These pictures are very old. You see like a monk and a person flying a kite in a lightning storm. It's like your ancestors, but not your ancestors. It's like past lives that you've lived in your history. And so right away, I was seeing very strong Akashic record energy. But as I'm meditating, I'm seeing like a spider web. And it's like I see a person climbing a spider web. And it's like they're going from history to history, from life to life, from timeline to timeline. And it's like the timelines are not like linear timelines that we would think of them. It's like it's all an interconnected web, a spider web. And you can climb the spider web to jump from life to life. It's like dew droplets on a spider web. Entering those dewdrops are not just, they're not just dewdrops, but you can enter them, go through them, go into the water, and it's a new timeline. It's a new life. And it's like you can access the lives that you've lived, or the parallel lives that you are living, by going through this just very interconnected web. Interesting. I'm going to have to meditate more on that. But let's pull some more cards. I will put your stone right over here, your crystal, and we will see what else comes up. Okay, and this deck is wanting to come forth. Oh, that's oh my gosh, that's perfect energy. Look at that. This deck resonated with me, but it matches quite perfectly. Okay. The outcome, the situation of a particular situation for pile 2. Okay. Very interconnected. I still get this very interconnected energy, like everything is circular. Time as we know it is linear as we know it, though. Look at that. Time. What? No way. Okay. Okay. I just did a YouTube short last night, and it had these 2 cards in it. Time Machine and a Grand Symphony. But that's interesting that I wondered if Time Machine was going to come up, because we're talking about this energy of the past, what we think is the past, but parallel lives that we've lived or are currently living. And it's this jumping. It's like jumping. And I don't want to say, I've said in a reading previously, it seems like the timeline, the phrase jumping timelines has become very trendy. And I've heard people use it in ways that I'm not sure they understand what it is necessarily. So I don't want to be, I always push against the trendy bandwagons. But in this instance, my guides are saying timelines, jumping timelines. So you have the opportunity to physically jump between your timelines of past, present, future. And that's what I was seeing over here in this card is, I mean, there was a lot of things from the past, but that also, if you can access past timelines, that also gives you timelines to see or jump into the future. And that's very Akashic Records, because in your Akashic Records, everything is there. All the information is there, the energy for your life. And when I access my Akashic Records, I always go through Archangel Metatron. So if you have had any relationship or calling to commune with Archangel Metatron lately, that might be why, is that you're being guided to access your Akashic Records. Okay, so we were talking about in relation to your history and your Akashic Records. This card is calling out to me. And in a symphony, you have all the different pieces. They combine to make a beautiful symphony. So you have the woodwinds, you have the brass, you have the percussion, you have the strings. You have all these different aspects in a symphony, in an orchestra, to create this symphony of music. And they all have their specific pieces, they all have their instruments, and they all have different music because they all have different aspects. And it's like all of these lives of yours, all of these lives you've lived, and your timelines need to come together as one to create the symphony of your life. That's what they're showing me. You know, it's interesting. We have this kind of rainbow aura around this globe and all this history. We have almost the exact same thing in this card right here, this Awakening Genius card. And it's all about, what they're saying is taking flight. Your gifts are taking flight, and your gifts, you have so much magic in you. So this is, oh, okay. Sorry, smacked my microphone for a second. So if you heard something, my apologies. This is a pile of very spiritual people. You have very, very strong gifts. So you can see, like, if there's clairaudience, clairvoyance, clairsentience, this is the group. And my nose is itching, so my Ascended Master is confirming that. You have very, very magical gifts. You should be able to, you have access to your Akashic records, and this is the pile that can definitely access them through sight or feeling. And jumping timelines is something that you'll be able to easily do, easily master. So this being able to jump timelines is like just the beginning of what you can do. And it's interesting, we have this card that's 9, and then we have 29, we have 49. It feels like you can easily end cycles. If something is not working for you, you have the power to end it very easily and to jump to something else. So you can almost like create an ending for yourself of something. So if something isn't working, if you're here for talking about the outcome of a particular situation, asking about the outcome of a particular situation. You have the power to end that situation. You have the power to complete that situation, to bring it full circle and end it and move on to something else. Okay, let's see, how would you do that? I know I haven't gotten to this card yet, but I'm being called to pull these out. So give me just a second. I will circle back to that card. For some reason, everything is full circle, coming full circle. It was, I pulled these cards. It's coming full circle. We have a circle there. Those are circular. You have that circular shape above his head. The rose is circular. For some, they just keep saying everything will come full circle. It comes full circle, and I don't quite understand that. Oh, okay. Well, those, you know what? Okay, I guess Spirit doesn't want me to have those cards because a whole shuffle just went under my laptop, and I don't want to move that. So, okay, how does pile 2 end their particular situation? How can they maneuver the outcome of their situation? Oh, good God, don't go under there. Creation, dream, mind, with your mind. It's all in your mind. Oh, okay, one more card. Give me one more card, guys. I might not need, okay, that one wants, look at that, music, harmony, a grand symphony. For this one, I know for sure that, well, it's interesting. Look at, he's blowing that horn too. This is it's all about music. It's very interesting. And this always makes me think of guitar strings when I look at that. I played flute all through high school. I tried guitar, could never master it with my fingers for some reason, but okay. So you're manifesting. It's like they're showing me breath. Okay, with music, you breathe. You have to master your breath. You have to control your breath because you have to, well, at least for like woodwinds and brass, you have to control your breath because you have a measure of music, and you have to be able to have enough breath to last a particular length of music. And you have to master the breath with blowing. I mean, like trumpets and trombones and clarinets and flutes. You have to know when you can breathe in that measure of music to make sure you have enough air for each bar. So that is something that's relating to a situation, to your situation. It's breath. And I'm not sure if it's holding your breath or the control of the breath or manifesting. I'm not getting it. I don't understand, guides. I'm sorry. You know what? I'm going to pull another card and let my mind think. Because for some reason it's just kind of gone blank. But there could be, this situation could be in your mind. It could be manifesting. So when we put our focus on something, that's where the energy goes. So your situation could be focused on what you're actually generating from your mind. Okay, I was saying we have control of breath in music and musical instruments. The breath is like you're putting life to something. Air and oxygen, you're putting breath, you're putting life towards something. You're breathing into something. So maybe the situation, it feels like the situation that you're questioning, that you're inquiring about, you are the one who's putting life to that situation. And so to get that situation to end, because I was saying you have the power to end things, you have the power to end cycles or situations. You just take your breath away from it. That's what's coming through. With music, we put our effort into the music. We put our energy into the music. We put our breath, we breathe life into music. Music becomes what it is, the symphony, because we put life into it with our breath, with our energy. And to get this situation to stop, all you have to do is remove your energy from it. Okay, now that's ready to come out. Be gentle with yourself. Okay. It feels like what's the word that's coming through is transition. You're going through a transition. You're feeling out where you want to put your energy, what you want to put your energy into. And this is part of the process. The situation that you're in is part of this process, and figuring out what you no longer want to put your energy toward. What symphony do you want to participate in? Is this situation that you're inquiring about hurting you? Maybe all you have to do is change your energy. Change the focus you have on it. Instead of seeing it as a negative situation, see it as a positive situation. And those involved, it will change the energy, and it'll change the reaction of those involved. This rose, what they're showing me is a rose opening up. It's like a new day. It's like a new beginning. And it has all these colors. They're showing me you have the ability to control the outcome. Like I was saying before, you have the energy to control the endings of things, but you also have the energy to control the outcome. Because you can almost open this rose as purple, or as red, as pink, as yellow. You have the power. You have the ability. Your energy, how you put your energy into this situation, is what the outcome is going to be. So it's where you put your focus. It's where you put your energy. How are you seeing the situation ending? And this is jumping timelines. We've talked a lot about the timelines and your ability to change things, your ability to alter energy. And that's where you're going to need to put your focus. So this particular situation you're inquiring about is all up to you. It's completely up to you. Where are you putting your focus? And as the spiritual pile, those who are the spiritual group are in this pile. You have that energy. Some of you likely know that already. This is just confirmation that you have that power. Maybe this is a reminder that you do have that power. You are the one controlling the outcome. You are the one controlling the situation. Maybe that's not something you want to hear. It's not always easy to hear that we have the power. Because in some situations, we just like to blame. It's easier to blame. That's our shadow self. Wanting to blame instead of take responsibility for how we want the situation to turn out. But put your focus on what you want to happen. The bad side of our shadow is, yes, we'd like to blame and say it's out of our hands, so it's not our responsibility. But the positive side, the flip side of that, the positive side is that you do have the ability to control. So all you have to do is visualize, is to feel how you want that energy to come out, how you want that situation to change. Okay? If you're in a relationship, maybe things aren't going well in the relationship. Okay, why aren't they going well in the relationship? We'd like to blame our partner. Yes, that's the easiest thing to do. But we have the ability to control that. So if we want our partner to change, how do we change? If we're in a job and we're not being seen, we're in a career, people aren't seeing us, how can we change that situation? How do we want to be seen? Sometimes we just need to find the inspiration to figure out what we want. And that can be a chore in and of itself. That can be hard. But you have the power. You have the power to manipulate your outcome to whatever you want it to be, just by where you put your focus, where you put your energy. This rose, that is very magical. It's like you have the ability to manifest. It's magic. It's like they're showing me a magician and he closes his hand and opens it up and it's a pink rose. Closes it again, it's a purple rose. Closes it again, it's a red rose. You have that ability to change it. And it's not a trick. It's real magic. And what you manifest is your music. The life that you create for yourself is your music. You can play anything you want. You can create anything you want. Now, this card, it is a process. Learning to manifest, learning about where you put your energy is a process. So always be gentle with yourself. Always know that as humans, we're not going to be able to control our energy, to control our mind all the time. It is a process. It is a learning process. And we wouldn't be here in human form if it wasn't a process and we learned from it. We come into these human bodies to learn and to grow and to heal. But we need to have fun along the way. So what is going to bring you joy? The outcome of the situation you're inquiring about. What outcome is going to bring you the most joy? And I'm not saying, hoping your boss drives their car off a cliff or something like that. what will bring you the most joy in your life without hurting anyone? What will bring you love, peace, and make your life better? Okay, do you need to remove yourself from the situation altogether? Can your outlook change the situation? So that's something that you need to figure out. What's going to bring you the most joy? Okay, I want to bring up this deck. I love this deck. I always learn so much from it. So, what do you have about the outcome for pile 2? Okay. That's a lot of cards. I'm not taking all of those. Oh, but that one I think wants to come out, so we'll take that one. Devotion, potency. Make your life a moving prayer. That's interesting because we've been talking about music. It's like your life is music in flow. Your life is a symphony. And this is saying, make your life a moving prayer. You are potent. You are very potent. You are very magical. In your life, you can weave, I was talking about the spider web. They're showing me a spider web at the very beginning. You can weave your life into whatever you want it to be. You can have this life here and this life here. And it's jumping timelines. You can do that. You have the power to do that. I want one more from this deck. Okay. One more from this deck. We have some time yet. Okay, those two want to come out, I think. Okay. Called, and see, we're going to move these over just a little bit. We'll move everything over. Have room for that. Called, soul gifts, training. It's time to step up. Yeah, pulse of the mother, slow down. Time in nature. So that almost feels like a little bit of conflicting energy. It's time to step up, but it's time to slow down. This is very, this card gives me chills though. As I'm seeing it, you're walking into, it's like a portal. It's like a time machine almost. And it's funny, I put it right under the time machine. It's like a doorway. And look, they're very similar. I mean, this one's square, but that one's round. It's this doorway that you can control where you go, what you see, what you do. This card is telling me meditation. And they're bringing me back to this card right here. Connecting with your gifts. You're going to find your gifts in nature. That's what they're saying. You're going to be able to more easily commune with your gifts in nature. Get away from people. Get away from towns, cities, what you need to do. The quiet of nature. Something, it feels like you're going to see something. They're showing me you seeing something or taking notice of something in nature, and it's going to awaken something in you. It's going to spark something. It's going to spark a vision. It's going to spark a memory. It's going to spark an interest in something potentially, or give you an idea, and you'll follow that kind of down into a rabbit hole of learning, of exploring. And so spend time in nature. And if you can't get to nature, maybe spend time, maybe do like a nature meditation where you just hear birds or water sounds or rain sounds or something like that. Just so you can visualize and you can feel yourself being in nature, because that's where you're going to get something. It's like I said, it's like an idea, or it's a download, or it's going to spark some new level of interest in you, or it's even going to open you up to a new gift blossoming. And yeah, it's funny. They showed me these two cards too. A lot of times I do this with my eyes closed so I can see. So they showed me these two cards, and it's like your gifts are blossoming, your gifts are beginning. And I know we talked about this with being able to change and control the outcome of things, but this is like something is opening up within you as well. And you have new gifts that are blossoming, new gifts that are opening up to you. And they're coming through, down from the divine, through your third eye, through your crown chakra, also through your solar plexus chakra. So spending time in nature or spending time in meditation is going to help you. And it might feel like a struggle at first, but keep with it, keep practicing, keep doing these things. It's going to open up for you. Okay. So hopefully this all made sense. We're kind of all over the place here, but the outcome of your particular situation, remember, is all based on you. And it feels like this particular situation came into your life to open up your gifts and open your abilities and to help you realize that you do have power and you do have control over the situation through your energy. You have the ability to breathe life into things. And as you breathe life into things, you can control what kind of life you put into things. So these situations, your life is a reaction of your energy. So if you don't like it, how do you need to change it? By maybe focusing on your gifts. That will take your energy off of it. Focus on your gifts. Focus on what you have coming in, because you are very, very powerful. You are very connected. Very connected to your past, present, future. Very connected to, there's starseed energy I'm feeling, angel energy, light worker energy. There's a lot of star energy that I'm feeling here. So you have the power. You have these amazing gifts. You have so much beautiful potential in your life. Okay, pile 2, I am going to leave this here. I hope it made sense. I hope you got a lot out of it. Please let me know in the comments. Please let me know if this resonated for you. Since we talked about so much energy, even if you don't have anything to say, maybe leave me like a little musical note or something in the comments and let me know that you understood and you made it to the end. If you liked this reading, please hit that like button so others can see and share in this reading. And if you like my readings, please subscribe and get notifications, and so you know when I have new readings coming out. I'm sending you so much love, pile 2. And I hope to see you back here for future readings. Hello, pile 3. Okay, you chose the pyrite. I love this. I love this stone. It sparkles. It's so much fun. Okay, so let's see what card you chose. You chose laughter. Instantly my throat is clogging up and it feels like something is stuck for you. Something is stuck, like your voice is stuck, like you have a disconnection from your soul. You're not able to speak your mind. You're not able to speak what's in your heart. I just feel this instant clog. Okay. This card resonates laughter, play, fun, joy. magic. It's interesting to see all these sparkles, and we have this really beautiful sparkly pyrite. Magic. It's just it feels magical, very magical. Fairies, the fairies are coming through. The fairies are wanting to interact with you. And it almost feels like this energy that you want to, or at least your guides want you to focus on play and fun and laughter and magic to help get you unstuck. Your inner child. We have these Pegasus, magical beings. Okay, let's see what comes up in the cards. But this energy, it's with between this card and my throat, it's the message that's coming through is to be unstuck. Okay, these cards are speaking to me. Okay. New moon. Okay. Tsunami, wake up call. It's interesting. We have a full moon on tsunami and a new moon right there, promise. Desert, vision quest. Okay. Where are we? Where in the moon cycles are we? 24th. I want to say we just had a full moon, so we're waning. Okay, I'll get the time aspect later. But it feels like there's a time aspect. We have a new moon and then we have the full moon. And that's usually a 2-week period, roughly. So it feels like something's growing. And it's funny, we have this tsunami. It's for the wake-up call. We have this great big wave. And here the ocean is very calm and easy. But, and when we have a full moon, the tides change drastically because of the pull. But then we have the desert here. We have this water, and then we have absolute desert. It feels like something is coming to a head. Something is coming to a head to almost be removed from your life. So maybe the outcome of your particular situation is there may need to be an ending in order for you to get to a space where you can find this magic. And it feels like in this magic is where you're going to be on this vision quest. Like you're searching for a new you. You're searching for the you, maybe the you that you used to be. The you that's closer to your inner child. You're on a search. It's interesting. You have so much water. Tsunamis can wipe out cities. Can cause great devastation. And here you are in the desert and there's like nothing. It's dry. It's barren. You know what? I want to take a few more cards before I... Whoa. Holy cow. Okay, I don't think we need any more cards in this. Willing release. Okay, that's just what I was saying. I think something needs to be let go of, and here we have a willing release. You know what? I think I want this over here next to that. Let's push that up. What's coming through is something is not what it seems to be. That's funny. And it says it is what it is. But then we have the smoke and mirrors here. The smoke and mirrors is Like something is not what it seems to be. These are so drastically different. These are exact opposites. Okay, what this card is saying is something can't be changed. It is what it is. Maybe you are trying to change the outcome of something. Maybe you're trying to change a person and they're saying it can't be changed. There's nothing that's going to change it. There's nothing that's going to change the situation, and the situation itself is not necessarily what it appears to be. There could be secrets, there could be underlying causes that you can't see, that you don't notice. But there's no changing it. So it feels like this is something that needs to be let go of. But it might not be the time to let go of it. I think you're going to get, if you have a wake-up call, that's what this wake-up call is telling me, is that there's something that's going to happen and you're just going to know the situation needs to be released. Not that necessarily the situation, maybe it's a job, maybe it's a living situation, maybe it's a relationship, a friendship, but there's going to be something that happens that you just know that this needs to be let go of from my life. It no longer resonates. And it feels like it's related to your voice, as I said. And it's funny, I see the blue right here, the throat chakra. It's ability to be cleared. And this could be just speaking up for yourself too. It doesn't necessarily have to be a specific situation. Maybe it's just speaking up for yourself and saying, no, I will not tolerate this any longer. I am not okay with this. I am not being heard. Or this is not who I am. You need to learn who I am. But what they want you to do is also find some joy in life. They want you to laugh. And it feels like you've been in a situation, maybe this situation has been going on a long time, or you've had many of these situations all kind of back to back or throughout your life. And this vision quest is calling you to find what you truly love, because it feels like these back-to-back situations have gotten you so bogged down with expectations, preconceived notions, like a well-worn path. You're just doing the same thing over again, that you need to step outside of yourself. You need to step outside of what you've been doing, what you've always done, and find what resonates with you. It's like you're stuck in a pattern. And finding your joy, finding your laughter, finding the magic and fun in your life is going to put you on a more aligned path with yourself. And that takes me to this card over here. That's where you're going to find your purpose. Because something isn't aligning for you. You need to find your new beginning. There's promise of a new beginning. But you might have to go through this release, this letting go. And it's coming. And I will say, if you do have some kind of situation that crops up and you get this feeling that something needs to be let go of, if you don't let it go, it will continue until it's released. And it will get more and more aggressive. It will get more and more noticeable as time goes on. So that's not a warning, just a letting you know I know sometimes it's easier, even though it's more difficult. Sometimes it's more easier when it's more obvious. Believe me, I've been there. But it feels like you're floundering. This situation has you, and again, my throat. This situation really has you blocked. You're stuck. So you either need to speak up or let go of something. So gratitude also, they have the spirit of gratitude. Focusing on the things you love will also help you. What they're showing me is changing your vibration, raising your vibration will help you see things more clearly. So it's kind of like getting a higher perspective. So you're in this low vibrational state right now. And you have, these energies that are keeping you stuck. Finding joy, finding laughter, finding fun, seeing the magic in things raises your vibration. And every time you raise your vibration, your perspective changes. You get higher with your mental view of your situation. And that's going to help you see this more clearly. It will help you see the situation from a perspective that's more you from a higher energy level, from a higher vibration. You're raising above. You're kind of like this little butterfly right here. You're flying off and raising above the situation. And that might help you release whatever's not working, what's not serving you. So gratitude, joy, laughter, fun, all of those things help you raise your vibration. It's interesting, you have this, even in this card, you have kind of that flower in his mind's eye, and then the flower is becoming reality. It feels like you're also going to see through some stuff. The higher you raise your vibration, the more clearly you're going to see through any lies or bullshit that's occurring in the situation. Because, okay, what they're showing me is that from this angle, you have this mirror, right? From this angle, it just looks like smoke. It looks like, whatever's coming through on this side. It's almost like the Wizard of Oz. They're showing me the Wizard of Oz. And remember in the Wizard of Oz, if you've ever seen the movie, they walk into the magical wizard's room and there's this great booming voice and this, hologram of this person, and he's great and powerful and magical, and yet they come to find out it's just a man behind a curtain. And in this card right here, it's like if you get a higher perspective, you're going to see behind the mirror and you're going to see what's really there. So for some of you, there could be something that's very scary that you need to do or that you're dealing with. It could be something that's triggering you, that's causing you to have all these emotional, stuck energies, bringing up maybe past traumas. Maybe, you're dealing with a boss and you're afraid to approach them, afraid to use your voice, afraid to speak up for yourself, afraid to ask for a promotion. And all of a sudden you realize, well, they aren't all great and powerful. I just need to speak up and ask. And it's getting a different perspective. It's getting a higher perspective. So maybe it's not necessarily letting go of a situation. I mean, for some of you it could be, but for some of you it could be as simple as seeing it from a different perspective, seeing the situation from a different perspective, letting go of any fears that you have to use your voice. So I get the feeling this is going to be very different for a lot of people. For some, yes, maybe something has to go. Maybe a relationship has to end. Maybe you need to leave a job. But I think for others of you, you just need to get out of the low vibrational energy state that you're in that's maybe fear-based, very fear-based, and rise above that to see, okay, I am safe to use my voice. I am safe to speak up for myself. I am safe to tell people what I need in this relationship and what I'm not getting. But this Vision Quest card is all about exploring that. Raising your vibration to a point where you're exploring it. Exploring what you need, exploring what you want, exploring what is right for you and your energy and your situation. So it feels like the outcome of this particular situation is all about you using your voice to figure out what you need, what is in your best interest. And it almost feels like this situation was designed to get you to do that. Two primary things are coming up. So you're in this situation because of karma, of the way things, working out. Maybe you learned something from this situation that your soul needed, and now it's over and you can move on. Or this situation was put in your path to help you speak up for yourself, to help you let go of your inability to speak up for yourself and to self-express, to bolster your self-esteem, to help you heal your solar plexus chakra and your throat chakra, and to tell people what you need. Those feel like the two energies that are really coming forward for you, pile 3. Let's see. Oh, you know what? Okay. These are calling to me. What else can we learn for pile 3? Okay, power. And it's interesting because we have a surge of power. That's what a tsunami is. It's a surge of power. It's a surge of energy that pushes forward enough energy through the water to create a huge tsunami. Exhilarating movement. Something is pushing this situation out of your life or to improve your life. Aphrodite. It's your time. That's what they're saying. It's your time. It's your time to shine. It's your time to take control of your life and to be in control of your life, to have power over beauty and joy and magic. I'm feeling that again right here. You have Aphrodite is such a beautiful love-based energy. And so things that are not love-based, and that doesn't necessarily mean like love. Just saying something that does not resonate with you and your soul on a level of love, something that you are not passionate about, something that you don't love. It might be time to let those things go or to change them. The dolphins are very playful. They're smart and they're playful. And that's what you need. 13 is a very feminine, powerful image or number. And so whether you're male or female, being in your feminine energy is coming from a place of love, is love-based living. It's a feeling-based. Feminine energy is feeling-based, love-based, aligned. And you're trying, your guides, the universe is trying to get you to a place where your life is aligned with your feelings, with your passion, with your feminine core. And I say that male or female, we all have both energies within us. So this is trying to get you to your feminine core to align you with your soul's path more divinely. So a surge of power. We have this surge of power. We have this surge of power right here. Surge of power is coming through to wake you up. The situation could be the wake-up call, or something more might be coming. But you're being asked to play, have fun, be light, find your joy, find gratitude. So you can almost step outside of yourself to better decide what brings you joy, to go on this vision quest. What brings you joy? What is going to make your life beautiful? What is going to make you happy? What is going to light up your life? What aligns with your life and your divine path and your soul's purpose? Okay. Okay, let's take another one of these cards. This reading feels like it's all over this place. Hopefully you guys are following along. And it feels like for some of you, there's going to be an opportunity that there's going to be a new door opening up to you and you can trust it. This is coming through. It is what it is. Like something comes through or something opens up. Maybe you have an opportunity for a promotion. You know, maybe you do end up talking to your boss and you do tell your boss what you need and what you desire. And they're like, oh, well, we have a position open here, blah, blah, blah. You're not sure if you trust it. This card is telling me that you should trust it. It is what it is. It is safe. At least that's what my guides are saying. Okay, I don't need this many cards. So, okay. I've got them all. And all the cards are messed up. I will realign them. But, yeah, this opportunity, it is what it is. No hidden, no hidden smoke and mirrors or anything like that. Nothing hidden beneath the surface, ulterior motives or anything like that. It's just open. Okay, so we have keep your dreams alive. For some of you, I feel this is, you don't actually know what your dreams are. And you need this vision quest to figure out what your dreams actually are, what you want to do with your life, what you want to be. For others of you, maybe you haven't had a dream since childhood. But maybe there's something from your childhood that resonates, that you want to do, that you want to carry out. And it's time. It's time for you to do that. Maybe you need to release one thing in order to go down a path to follow your dreams. But don't let them die. Your dreams are soul. These dreams are soul-based. This is what your soul is longing for. It's on a path aligned with your soul anyway. Maybe not your soul's wanting this particular thing, but whatever you want, it's in alignment with your soul's desires for your human life. So if you don't know what your dreams are, or you haven't had these dreams since you were a child, this is a time for you to go on kind of a quest to figure out what you want. And you don't have to know the how. You don't figure out the how. That's the universe's job. The universe and your guides will figure that out. All you need to do is have the desire there. And put the energy toward it. And the universe will create that. Will bring that energy into your life. All you need is the desire. Okay. Is there anything else real quick? Okay. This came off the bottom of the deck. I just want one more card. Confidence. Have faith. Faith to rely on yourself. You have everything you need to figure out what is right for you. So I know this didn't give you a definitive answer for the outcome of your situation, but it very much feels like it's going to be different for a lot of you. Either you can, change your situation by speaking up, by using your voice, or maybe something you need to let go of the particular situation. Either you've had a wake-up call or a wake-up call is coming. Something that's going to really push you into acting to either speak up or let go. But whatever you do, do so with confidence. You have the power. You are a goddess, okay? You are beautiful inside and out. You have very, very strong goddess energy, no matter male or female. You have that strong, feminine, deep strength within you. You have this ability to know what to do and to feel what to do with this situation. Go after what you want. Have fun, play, figure out what you want if you don't know what you want already. The main goal is to get you on a path that aligns with your soul. And doing what you love is part of that path. Okay. I am going to leave this here. Finish that. If you resonated with this reading and liked it, please hit that like button so others can see this reading and hopefully gain some insight and perspective from it. If you'd like to share how this reading resonated with you, please do so in the comments. I love to know. If you don't know what to say or what to comment, you can always leave me a moon. We talked about the moons up here. If you'd like to see more of my readings in the future, please hit that subscribe button and turn on your alerts. That way you see when I have something new coming in. I usually try to post several times a week, and I try to post shorts daily or at least 4 to 5 days a week. So I'm sending you all love, pile 3. I hope you make it through this situation beautifully, and you have beautiful new beginnings coming forward for you. Sending you all love, and I will see you back here for future readings.